Good morning, and welcome back to the Vitality Project. I'm Dr. Bob. Well, it's been a few days since the last time I rolled out of bed to create one of our, uh, our morning videos that we regularly offer here at the Vitality Project. I've missed you guys. It's good to be back. I guess it's one of the occupational hazards of the work that I do, where I lead 10 or more groups a week at local treatment centers. And for whatever reason, we've had a spell of severe head and chest colds running through, I think, virtually every one of the groups that I've been leading. So big surprise, right? I caught the same bug, and I was really knocked down for the count for the better part of this whole past work week. I'm just on the tail end of it right now, but I'm feeling so much better. I'm glad to be back. I love what one of our newest members here at the Vitality Project, Beth is her name. I love what she had to say in our Facebook, our private Facebook group. She just said this just yesterday. She said, "What? You're human? How dare you?" Ha ha ha. Beth, I want you to know it was well received. I was tickled by your response. And actually, when I read it, I was reminded of a favorite saying of mine. It comes from ancient China, and it's simply this: I am different from ordinary people. I am more ordinary. Now, what on earth might this mean? You know, I've come to see this about myself, and for that matter, for anybody else that I work with who knows addiction, particularly to substance from the inside. We've broken down the meaning of the word addiction here at the Vitality Project, and we've described it in terms of its roots in Latin, coming from the term for enslavement. Plus, we've also discussed the prevalence of behavioral addictions. That's addictions to everything besides substance. In the US, that prevalence rate is 90% of people acknowledge that they have at least one behavioral addiction right now. So you begin to see that addiction is more and more not only not unusual, but also goes hand in hand with our simply being human beings. So back to this being more ordinary. To be ordinary is to be addicted. I want to add one other piece here, is that one thing that I tell the men and women that I work with each week in treatment is that there's a way that we may actually have a leg up on understanding what it is to be enslaved in this root sense of addiction. We may have an understanding of that gives us a little bit of a head start, primarily because, as I see it, addiction to substance rarely ends up being very subtle. It clobbers us over the head. I particularly like what the contemporary spiritual author Eckhart Tolle has to say about this. He says, if you are trapped in a nightmare, you will probably be more strongly motivated to awaken than someone who is just caught in the ups and downs of an ordinary dream. I wonder if you can relate to that. Why don't you ponder that for the next day? And I'll be back tomorrow to expand on this idea of our waking up from a nightmare. Anyway, I want to thank you for your patience. I'm glad to be back here at the Vitality Project. And I look forward to seeing you. I hope you have a great day today, and I'll see you tomorrow.